Hey, Drew here. So I just got back from a match at Bullet and Barrel Friday Night Sights on May 10th, and I was very happy with my performance. I was third overall. Had a chance to use some of my training, blending of positions, exiting and entering very well. I still need to work on my split times and my grip, but that will come with practice. So I was third overall, had 80.1% of first place's match percent. Adam Miller ended up winning the whole thing. So let's take a deeper dive.
Hands on knees. Ready. Stand by.
For stage one, I was third overall. I had, 18 alphas, 3 charlies, did have a no-shoot, a time of 15.42, and a hit factor of 5.96. So stage one was a chair start. You could start on a chair on either the right-hand side or the left-hand side. Then you would run into the middle where you had an unloaded gun and all your magazines had to come from the table. So you'd pick up the gun, load it, rack it, and then you'd shoot the stage. Hands had to be on knees, couldn't push off the wall. My initial loading of the gun was a little bit slower than I wanted. I did find the dot immediately, so that's good. I had a makeup shot, and it's really good that I called my shot here, because that was where I had the no-shoot. I didn't know exactly where it hit. All I knew is that my second double tap, it didn't feel right, so I just made it up. Very glad I did that, because that would have been a mic if I hadn't. The rest of the stage is pretty much just move and to the side and shoot all the targets as they appeared. So pretty straightforward. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Improvements would have been I did grab my gun correctly, really quickly, but I didn't load and rack it very fast. So that's an area of improvement. Another area of improvement is obviously take time on the no-shoot targets. I didn't give it as much respect as I should have. Other than that, it is literally just shooting faster, is what I could have done.
Are you ready? Stand by. Show clear. 2405. Are you ready? Stand by. Show clear. 2405. Clear, slide forward, hammer down, holster. 2405.
Stage two was another interesting start. Had to have your hands on the chair, and then you could run either to the left or the right. Otherwise, it was exactly the same as stage one, with the addition of a couple extra targets off to the hard left and then off screen off to the hard right. Ended up making it 32 rounds, so I had to reload. Start went pretty okay. I did lose my dot on my initial acquisition, so that could have been faster. You can see it here. I'm standing there for a second before I start shooting. I do very well is I lean out of this position as I'm engaging the last open target. You can see I just finished firing the last shot and I'm already starting to move. I did that very well. That set me up to hover step as I came into the shooting area as I engaged the open target. Kind of weird. I chose to engage the open target, then the bowling pin, and then the harder target, because it was then a blended position over then to hit the next bowling pin. But I engaged the open target on my way in so I could hover step on the way in, engage the simple target, and then let my weight settle before I did the two other hard targets. See that again. Hover step, weight places, shoot the rest of them, blended position. All that happened really quickly. But you can see as I just pick up my leg and then move it slightly over to the right. That's all the movement I needed to hit the next target. And it's just moving and shooting the rest of the targets. Reload went pretty okay. I chose to do the reload where I did because as after you engaged this target, it's the longest transition you have in this stage to engage the remaining targets, two targets right here. So I chose the longest duration pause to do the reload. Another option I had, and I considered this in my stage plan, was to reload on the way in after the first shooting box, but that would have made that I didn't have the opportunity to hover step and then in on the open target, which I did so well. I think that saved me a lot of time. Also, I was talking to Adam Miller, who ended up winning the match, and he chose to reload in the same spot. So I believe I made the right decision here. I need to work on my grip. You can see when I run into this position, when I reestablish my grip, it's not very tight, so the gun's moving around. So those split times could have been faster. Forgot to mention my scores for stage 2. I was, third overall again, and I had 24 alphas, 8 Charlies, a time of 24 seconds, hit factor of 6.32.
Are you ready? Stand by. Are you ready? Stand by. Clear, slide forward, hammer down, holster, lock it.
For stage 3, I was second overall. I ended up with 20 alphas, 8 Charlies, a time of 23.75, hit factor of 5.5, and this one was actually kind of a fun stage. It was still pretty much move to an area, shoot, move to an area, shoot, move to an area, shoot. But there was some logic behind it. The start position was hands on top of this wall, or as high as you can get them for some people. Michael messes with me a little bit and holds the timer for forever before finally letting me go. A little bit of pauses to find my dot. I'm not quite sure why I chose to engage the hard target first, the easiest target second, and then another hard target third. I think it was because it didn't matter, and my preference was to shoot downwards, upwards, because you couldn't really blend the position as you were leaving because the wall would get in the way. I think that's neither here nor there. I don't think it really impacted the way, my overall time very much at all. This was the interesting part of that stage. It was called The Floor is Lava. Is this square was a no-shoot zone. You couldn't stand inside the square and shoot. So the floor is lava, hence the name. You had to stand outside the box. My reference points were this corner with my left foot when I was shooting all the targets off to the left, and this corner with my right foot when I was shooting all the targets off to the right. So I hit my mark, blend the position over, shoot a 3 in the middle while moving, hit my mark, blend the position over, run around the corner, and then get as close as I can and absolutely blitz the targets. There was no forward fault line, so I just decided to run as close as I could and get all the points I could. Used every single round that I could have possibly held in my gun. Stage was fun. I ended up getting second overall on it. I think that was mostly due to how I managed to hit my marks perfectly, blended the positions well. The area of improvement that I could see is initially finding my dot faster than I did, of course. And then these 3 in the middle, I was pretty slow at. They were very close. One's a very hard target, just the head box. But they were very close, and I was still pretty slow at them. I think that's probably where I lost a lot of my time. Another area is my split times themselves were pretty poor. I think that will come as I become that will improve as I become more comfortable with the gun. But as it stands, that's probably the biggest area of improvement that I could have had on this stage.
Stand by. Are you ready? Stand by. Show clear?
It was supposed to be 6, wasn't it?
Yep.
I can't count at all.
That wasn't. Can you count? Clear. Slide forward. Hammer down. Holster.
Last stage, stage 4, was basically a triple bill drill. It was loaded and holstered start. You engage the first target 6 times. Then it was mandatory reload. Engage the second target with 6, and then mandatory reload. Engage the third target with 6. Virginia count, you can only have 6 shots. I was 8th overall. 14 alphas, 1 Charlie, and 3 mics. Time of 10.85 seconds. Hit factor of 4.05. And if you're quick at maths, you would realize that, wait, that's 6, 12, 18 shots. I didn't take 18 shots. That's because, for some reason, I decided that I was only going to put 5 holes in each target instead of 6. I guess I can't count to 6. That's pretty embarrassing. My performance overall was pretty okay, so let's look at it. Find my dot pretty quick. The reloads themselves are slow, like molasses slow. I think that's because I'm scared that I'm not going to get the magazine all the way in the gun. That's happened to me a couple times at matches where the magazine I didn't put the magazine all the way in and it just falls out. So I was scared that was going to happen, so I just take my time. But yeah, I can't count to 6 apparently. So yeah, that's it. 4 pretty good stages. I have a lot to work on. Overall, I think what would have helped me the most this match in particular is just being overall faster. I guess that kind of goes without saying, but if my split times were faster and my target transitions themselves were faster, then the whole idea, or these stages where it is a lot of move to an area and shoot and then move to another area, I would have performed a lot better on. My reloads also need quite a bit of work. I'm slow at them. They're consistent, but I'm slow at them. And I'm getting better at finding my dot. There was only twice that I could count that I lost it, and that was on the initial acquisition. Once I found it, then the rest of the stage was good. So yeah, I've got some stuff to work on. I did some stuff very well, and I'm overall not dissatisfied with my performance. Thanks guys for watching. See you in the next one.